the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Ritter now. Short throw caught by Pitts. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Ritter. And all of that, nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there. A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. No, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Running left, it's Barkley. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. James Robinson, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have struck first in this NFC title game. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Ritter. Right to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Sets up the screen to Robinson, and he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he fields it cleanly. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
A handoff to Barkley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got a lot of this from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A handoff, Barkley running left. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
67 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
Now Saquon Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. One semi-factor, if you want to call it that was brought up in the papers this morning here, Charles. We got a dome team on the road in a cold weather environment, first round of the playoffs in January. Do you think that's a big deal?
Ordinarily, I say no. But in this situation, because you're used to that perfectly controlled environment, some coaches will want their teams exposed to it. If you're coming from a warm weather place and, even getting outside of your dome doesn't really help you, a lot of times they'll go on the road a little bit earlier. Go to a cold weather place, go to a place where there's a little bit of weather and practice there that week before the game to try and simulate the conditions they expect come game day.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ritter will set up to throw it. And that one too wide and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to carry the ball more and more and more. In fact, we keep a ball in the booth just for demonstration purposes.
You're holding it right now.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No, it's pretty light.
It's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him and let him do his work. It's not going to slow him down.
If it's light for me, it's definitely light for him. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
2 minutes remain in the 1st half of this NFC Championship.
2nd down and 8. Ritter back to throw.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
And here's Bradley Pinion now.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Jones, a throw completed to Hyatt.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st. Looking to throw. Jones. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Darius Slayton, 27 yards. And the Giants continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Ritter on 1st and 10.
Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Now Ritter. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Completed to Hyatt. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants!
Jalen Hyatt.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Giants continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it is 28-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in the... Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Giants offense set to begin this 3rd. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Barkley will take it in for the Giants touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Gano the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. One play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
On first down, Ritter into the hands of London.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I'll give him credit there. Nice job on the drag route. Bring the receiver across the field, hoping he can catch it in stride and turn it up. He was able to do just that, although he's just a little bit short of the first down.
Buying time to his left.
Smart decision by Ritter, sliding down, and he's got the first.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
Wiggles free. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
A gain of 12. First down, Falcons.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And really a nice job there to make something out of that run. Sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
At the 46-yard line.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Ritter from the gun on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Throwing Jones.
He has Hyatt over the middle. Through the middle of the field. Inside the 10.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jalen Hyatt with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it is 42-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure unbridled joy after that one.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. That ball caught by Slayton. And not able to get any further as he's taken down right there at the 26. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. Got his man in the crossing pattern. It's Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give a little extra for the effort.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Giants get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Gano the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So out come the Falcons now.
But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ritter now on 2nd down.
This one caught by Crowder. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Ritter. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now this throw caught left side. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 46 yards.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a...
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
The Falcons ready to take over. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Now Ritter to throw on 1st down.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeau from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Ritter with it after the play fake. The full right side here going to be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. Yeah, we kind of sensed that when he got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, at the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
And New York set to take the field.
You and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think?
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, 55 yards. And the Giants continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Gano the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now it's Barkley. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Touchdown run.
And the Giants take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point try good by Gano. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Ritter's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ritter here on 3rd and 2.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that.
Ritter. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to...
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Charles, are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Cano now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards.
And it was all polished off on the touchdown reception by K.J. Hamler.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Atlanta regains possession of the football.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ritter now.
And that's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Rodgers on the return.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field.
And you can bet that they are starting to sense it now. That George Halas trophy nearly theirs. Their spot as NFC champions oh so close as they try to finish this one off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Completion here as they fail to connect on third.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Now Jones throwing on fourth down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.